Coming up on 5 Minute News. Hamas frees 2 Israeli hostages for humanitarian reasons. An off-duty pilot tries to shut down engines of passenger jet mid-flight. And climate change will bring an El Nino winter. It's Tuesday, October 24. I'm Anthony Davis. Hamas released 2 elderly Israeli women held hostage in Gaza yesterday as the United States expressed increasing concern that the escalating Israel-Hamas war will spark a wider conflict in the region, including attacks on American troops. The death toll in Gaza rose rapidly as Israel ramped up airstrikes, flattening residential buildings in what it says was preparation for an eventual ground assault. The United States advised Israel to delay an expected ground invasion to allow time to negotiate the release of more hostages taken by Hamas during its brutal incursion 2 weeks ago. A third small aid envoy from Egypt entered Gaza, where the population of 2.3 million has been running out of food, water and medicine under Israel's 2-week seal. With Israel still barring entry of fuel, the UN said its distribution of aid would grind to a halt within days when it could no longer fuel its trucks. Gaza hospitals flooded by a constant stream of wounded are struggling to keep generators running to power life-saving medical equipment and incubators for premature babies. The 2 freed hostages, 85-year-old Yocheved Lifshitz and 79-year-old Nurit Cooper, were taken out of Gaza at the Rafah crossing into Egypt, where they were put into ambulances, according to footage shown on Egyptian TV. The 2 women, along with their husbands, were snatched from their homes in the kibbutz of Nir Oz, near the Gaza border, during Hamas's October 7 rampage into southern Israeli communities. Their husbands were not released. An off-duty pilot riding in the extra seat in the cockpit of a Horizon Air passenger jet tried to shut down the engines mid-flight and had to be subdued by the crew, according to a pilot flying the plane. Authorities in Oregon identified the man as 44-year-old Joseph David Emerson. He was being held yesterday on 83 counts of attempted murder and reckless endangerment, and 1 count of endangering an aircraft. The San Francisco-bound flight on Sunday diverted to Portland, Oregon, where it was met by officers from the Port of Portland who took Emerson into custody. Seattle-based Alaska Airlines, which owns Horizon, a regional carrier, did not name Emerson but said that the threat was posed by one of its pilots who was off-duty but authorized to occupy the cockpit jump seat. The airline said the captain and first officer reacted quickly. Engine power was not lost and the crew secured the aircraft without incident. One of the pilots told air traffic controllers that the man who posed a threat had been removed from the cockpit. The FBI in Portland said it was investigating and can assure the traveling public there is no continuing threat related to this incident. The Federal Aviation Administration said it was helping law enforcement investigations, but declined to further comment about the incident. FAA records indicate that Emerson has a valid license to fly commercial aircraft. The FAA, in an alert to airlines, said a jump seat passenger tried to disable the engines by deploying the engine fire suppression system. Airlines use the third seat to accommodate pilots who need to get in position to fly a later flight. It avoids the need to bump a passenger off the plane. Many U.S. carriers will let pilots from other airlines occupy the third seat, at least on domestic flights. The upcoming United States winter looks likely to be a bit low on snow and extreme cold outbreaks, with federal forecasters predicting the north to get warmer than normal and the south wetter and stormier. A strong El Nino heavily moderates and changes the storm tracks of what America is likely to face from December to February, with an added warming boost from climate change and record hot oceans, officials at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration said on Thursday in releasing their winter outlook. Most of the country is predicted to be warmer than normal, with that warmth stretching north from Tennessee, Missouri, Nebraska and Nevada, along with nearly all of California. The rest of the nation is forecast to be near normal or have equal chances for warm, cold or normal temperatures. NOAA doesn't predict any part of the US to be cooler than normal this winter. All this is because of El Nino, which is a natural periodic warming of parts of the Pacific that changes weather patterns worldwide and generally heats up global temperatures. El Nino has its strongest effects especially in the United States during the winter. That's when it sends the jet stream, which moves storm fronts on an unusual path that is dominated by warmer and wetter Pacific air plunging south. NOAA scientists say climate change is an added factor to their forecast, especially with winter being a season where the world sees some of the most warming above old normals from the burning of coal, oil, and gas. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen podcast covering politics, inequality, health, and climate, delivering independent, unbiased, and essential world news daily. A crazy schedule can make it easy to fall back into your dinnertime recipe rut. Keep mealtime exciting with over 40 recipes to choose from every week, so there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. With so many in-season ingredients, you'll taste all the freshness of fall in every bite of HelloFresh's chef-crafted recipes. Produce travels from the farm to your door for peak ripeness you can taste. We all know HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime, but did you know it can also save you money? HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout. That means less stress in your day and more money back in your pocket. HelloFresh makes cooking so easy and fast. It's something that I really need in my life and really look forward to. Go to hellofresh.com/55minute and use code 55minute for 50% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/55minute and use code 55minute for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.